Number 8 is structured data. This is, again, I can't stress this enough these days. You know, the more structured data that you can use, the better. Structured data basically helps you speak, quote unquote, directly to Google in a language that they actually collaborated on creating. Okay, using this structured data helps Google and the other engines understand what your site's information is about, regardless of the platform or the device that you're using. Okay, it's scripting, it's behind the scenes, it's not visible to users really, not on a browser, but Google sees it, they look for it, they like it. And there are new types of markup that are continuously being added or improved upon by adding additional functionality or features. So you don't automatically want to trust some plugin that you've installed to structure your data correctly. Now, that's not to say there aren't good structured data plugins out there. There certainly are, and I'm not passing judgment on any of them. Just be aware that if Google changes something, it may not work properly until the WordPress plugin or whatever plugin you're using also updates to account for these changes. So how do we know what's available and how to use it? Well, this is where we enter Schema. Schema.org is the language where you can find the language, that Google, Bing, I think Baidu, Yandex, I think a few of these out there helped create to help do this. And their mission is to create, maintain, and promote schemas for structured data on the internet, on web pages, in email messages, and beyond. Now, schema.org is sort of an all-encompassing language, okay? It's all the things that you can possibly do. However, Google has sort of like a subset of the most important stuff that they've got. And they have this great guide here that can help you with generating these things. So if you go to that link here that I've got, you can see there's structured data for articles, for a book, for the breadcrumb trails that you see, things that look like example books and whatnot. The carousels that you sometimes see for recipes, for restaurants, for movies. These are the things that kind of slide left and right as opposed to, up and down. A course that you might be teaching, a data set of information, education Q&A, salaries, an event that you're putting on. Fact checks, FAQ page. Most of us have an FAQ page somewhere. Well, guess what? If you do, then you should have these FAQs in structured data on the page so that Google recognizes what you're doing and how you're doing. You'll see things like how-to pages, job postings, local businesses. Again, if you're a local business and you're not using the local business structured data on either, let's say your footer, so it's on every page, or at least let's say on your contact us page where you've got your address and your phone number and your hours and things like that, you're missing out on a potential better connection with Google, better understanding of what you do from Google. And if you go into these things, click on Get Started on any of these, it will give you examples of what it looks like, what those samples are. It's basically the scripting here that you can see is a lot of this stuff in here. And you're probably looking at me and going, Steve, I don't know how to do this kind of scripting. I don't know what to write or what I should write or whatever. Well, I got a great answer for you. Using this tool here, you can actually generate your own schema just by filling out a form. It's technicalseo.com/tools/schema-markup-generator. I'll take you there for a minute. And basically all you've got to do is come into the site, pick the schema that you're looking to do. They have the top ones here. Let's say I go to local business, right? I type the type of business. So I could say local business, an animal shelter, automotive business. Some of these things, if you click on them, let's say we go to, let's go to home and construction business, right? Some of them have subsets, house painter, locksmith, HVAC, general contractor. Others, if I go to, let's say, internet cafe, there's no other more specific. So you go into put the business type that you're doing, pick the subtype if it makes sense, and then put the name of the business, put the URL of the image that you want to show up for maybe the logo, the URL of the website, right? You can put the URL of the website here, put the phone number. And what happens is, without going through the rest of the form, but you see it's all here, latitude, longitude. You can pick what social profiles you've got. If I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, well, look, it makes little items here for me to add the URLs for all of those pages, right? And what happens is it if I would have put in my URL for, facebook.com/ something like that. And look, it just builds it out. And all you got to do then is grab the script, and place it on the appropriate page. So this was a how-to page, grab that script, put it on the how-to page. If this is for your contact us page, grab the script, put it into the code of the contact us page. Again, not here to teach you how to add this to your website, but be aware that this is important. If you're not the one that handles the website stuff yourself, make sure your developer knows about this. And then what you can also do is if you want to see if it's going on, you can test your schema by going here. I like to go to the rich results test. This is what shows what Google likes and what they'll show. Here's what they don't show. So if I go to the rich results test for here, here's one of my clients. Actually, here I can see from the other day, I put this one here. This is for their location in Tampa. This is the page that we set up for their Tampa location. On that page, you see you've got, hey, there's breadcrumbs, there's a logo, site link search box, and there's a local business. Clicking on that, there's the name of the business. And then here are all that information that we saw: price range, phone number, their address, the geo coordinates, the days of the week that they're open, the times that they're open from here, their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, URLs, all in there. This is, again, created by Google and others. And when you add this information to the proper pages, you're going to be in a much better shape than if you didn't have these. So I would suggest to you guys to all go to that gallery link, dig through this stuff, kind of see what's out there, see what makes sense. If you have any videos on your site, use the video one. If you have, again, local listing, if you have a recipe, a Q&A, add this structured data to those pages, and you're going to be in a lot better shape than someone that doesn't have it. The ninth one is SERP marketing. SERP marketing is the branding that's happening on Google, right? In 2023, the reality that entity-based search starts with Google's confident understanding of who you are, what you offer, and what audience you serve will gain enormous traction. That's from Jason Bernard, from the brand SERP guy at CaliCube.pro. So basically what he's saying is, like, Google's got to be confident that you are who you are, you know what you're doing, you serve your audience well, that, again, it goes back to the EEAT again. You want to check your knowledge graph and your SERPs, determine what you can do to make the results even better. So go to Google, type in your company name. I'll type in my Tampa SEO Training Academy, which is my local company here. Look at what's here. Are the images okay? Is the content showing okay? Do I have any Q&As that need to be answered, or what do my posts look like that I'm putting into my Google business profile? What about my reviews? How do they look? Can I do something there? Are there other profiles I can maybe get into? What about on this page here? I can, manage my Google business profile from here. I can also begin to look at, what am I showing? How am I showing up in Google search results? Here's my LinkedIn, Yelp page, Facebook. What's showing up? Are these pictures good? Do I want different pictures? What's being said here and here? Can I somehow change that stuff? Look at what people also ask for. Maybe go ahead and try to create content that would answer these questions so that my stuff can show up here rather than these other sites that are showing up here. But take a look at these things, see where you're showing up, see what's showing up next to it. What can you do to make it better?